Okay, I'm on my way back from a Stop the Bleed course, which was super awesome. And just being able to talk to the trauma coordinator at Buisness was super cool. But I'm glad it was free, because it was pretty short and I knew pretty much everything already. Which, maybe that just means I did my homework, right? Because I studied the material before, so maybe that just means I did it right. I don't know, something like that. The reason I'm making this video is I've been thinking about, maybe in the last 24 hours, as a business idea, jobby idea, community service idea, who knows, of selling first aid kits. Now, that's a horrible industry to get into right now, because it's dealing with physical goods, and one of the most in-demand physical goods right now, 14 February 23, the Department of Defense is buying up every single little medical related thing they possibly can, because things in Ukraine are de-escalating. So everything is going up, and they've got some planned price doubling things in that industry going on pretty soon. So that's a horrible idea, but here we go. The more I've learned about just the very basics of trauma medicine, basically the curriculum of the Stop the Bleed course, the more I realize there's like the perfect market for basically me as a consumer. I want something cheap with inexpensive, high-quality components, right? So stuff from North American Rescue. And there's an unmarked police car, so my phone's going to go a little bit lower. Oh, no, never mind. It's a super cool-looking Dodge Challenger Charger. One of the V8 ones, or the V6 ones, though, so kind of lame. An inexpensive kit, just vacuum packed in thick plastic, with a North American Rescue Combat Application Tourniquet taken out of the plastic, pre-staged, paperwork included in the product but outside of the vacuum packed plastic, and a few, actually probably two of those. 2 North American Rescue Combat Application Tourniquets, 2 Z-folded gauze. With this business model, I can have options for just normal gauze, Z-folded. I can have rolled gauze or various gauzes, rolled and Z-folded, with either Celox or QuickClot brand hemostatic packing gauze. So we got options. Having that hemostatic agent to I think it's 20 times more expensive right now, if it's impregnated with that hemostatic agent. No exaggeration. So that makes the kit more expensive, but if people want that, people will buy that, I'll provide it for them. So probably 2 of those. One really good thing I learned in my class today is I was packing not even the biggest wound on a North American Rescue dummy limb with wounds in it, and I used more than 1 pack of gauze. So if I put 2 packs of gauze, one might think, oh, 2 casualties, 2 separate wounds. May only be just 1 wound. 1 wound may require that many. So that's what that's for. And then a North American Rescue emergency trauma dressing, ETD, like a 4-inch or maybe bigger, and maybe a couple like 5x5 gauze pads for applying pressure with one's hands for minor bleeding. I mean, significant bleeding, but not tourniquet or wound packing bleeding. If you think about it as the 3 tiers, you have direct pressure, compression bandage. Oh, I guess it's 4 tiers. Direct pressure, compression bandage, wound packing, tourniquet. And it's not that simple. But so that those gauze pads for that first tier, and then pressure dressing to be used by itself or with gauze packed in a wound. 2 tourniquets, because if you're in a car accident and one leg gets injured, like, well, I don't want to make generalizations, because you might need 2 tourniquets on one injury, or you might have multiple limbs injured. And so maybe there's a pocket-sized kit that just has 1 tourniquet, 2 packs of various packing gauze, depending on what what options I decide to provide, which options the customer wants, and lost my train of thought. And then pressure bandage, compression bandage, that's what it's called. A Sharpie for the tourniquet, shears, always shears, definitely shears, and maybe 1 or 2 pairs of nitrile gloves. Vacuum packed. Everything staged inside of it, everything ready to go, and then vacuum packed. And then all the paperwork, comes in the box, in the bag, probably in the bag, which is in the box, when I ship it to customers. So, everything's new, everything's got all the paperwork still, but tourniquets are pre-staged, everything's ready to go, and they don't have to, and so then they can keep it vacuum packed. It's waterproof, it's relatively durable, most importantly it's inexpensive, while still being grade A components and working, like Sharpie brand Sharpies, North American Rescue, I guess everything else. Yeah, that's something I wish existed. That's something I would buy right now. And I'm trying to think how much that would cost. $30 for a cat tourniquet, $3 each for North American, or for packing gauze if it had no hemostatic agent. That's $36. Sharpies $1, $37. Emergency trauma dressing is like, we'll round up and say that's $10, so that's $46. Shears are, I think, $10, $56. That's more expensive than I would like. Gloves are basically free. We'll put that in with the rounded up to $10 for the ETD. So $60. That's more than I'd like to charge for that. That's all consumer costs, so probably wouldn't get everything at cost immediate, or I mean at the bulk retailer discount immediately. Maybe I would, because I'm not going into debt with this business, so maybe I would just set aside money, save up, start the business with that much inventory. Worst case scenario, I've got medical supplies stocked that I would want stocked anyway, so awesome. Yeah, $60 is more than I want that to cost. day. And I also want to not have to charge shipping. Maybe how T-Rex Arms does it. They just have a flat rate for shipping. It's $8 anywhere in the United States. That's also good. I like that. Oh, no, wait. I'm in the other car. Parking in the garage. Yeah. So, don't want to forget any of that. So glad I'm making a video. But yeah, I like that. If I can charge $40 for that plus $8 in shipping, I suppose. Or maybe I charge $50 for it, and maybe I just include shipping in the price of each product and then not charge anything for shipping, because that gets included with my costs in the shipping. Or I mean in the price of the product. $50, I don't know, that's a little bit much. Oh, the interior light just turned off. Whoa, I look like a girl. But I think that's how much I paid for the number of components I bought on North American Rescue's website the other day. So maybe that doesn't include chest seals, but that's like $25 cheaper than T-Rex Arms vacuum packed first aid kits, trauma kits. And theirs don't include tourniquets, nor and those include like hemostatic gauze, so that's where a lot of that cost comes from. Yeah, their T-Rex's vacuum packed first aid kits are very unsatisfactory. So yeah, there's an idea. I like that. I could start that now. But I'd want to have business practices like not saying it's in stock unless it's under my roof, so I can ship it that day, except for Sunday. So that would be cool. I like that. I would really like that. And then market in basically the gun community and the preparedness community is the market I'd want to market to. Basically me. Yeah, and so then I could have a size that would fit in a cargo pocket, maybe a size that would fit, it wouldn't include much of anything, in like a back pocket or a front pocket. It would be really bulky, but it would fit. And then maybe a backpack size. And then once you get much bigger than that, I would want to include more things, so that gets more complex. I think maybe that would be the limit of it, at least at first. Awesome. Get a vacuum packer, plastic bags, thick plastic bags.
Beth, nor did either of us
Mom's Bluetooth disconnected. Hold on. There we go. Now it won't. Opened the door, which makes the infotainment screen turn off. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's an awesome thing. I definitely want to do that. I'm not really starting a YouTube channel. I'm posting YouTube videos. That's how I want to do my marketing, is on social media a lot. T-Rex Arms has good videos about that. It seems like a good way to go, and it's something I want to do anyway, just to be a journal, basically. Yeah, I think all the YouTube pieces, my new idea pieces, this all is kind of adding up to the goal I want of having a web store for firearms parts and stuff like that. Well, actually, if HB 1808 passes, I won't be able to do that. You can't sell firearms parts, period, the end. And pretty much every firearm is illegal, because it's 2023. Firearms have certain features because it makes them better for everybody. A little bit of a rant. Alright, I'm gone.